Be the calmest in the room. Know more than they think more than you say, and notice everything. People prefer the quiet ones, but the ones that doing all that talking, gossiping, normally are the weakest. But you sit back, observe, pay attention to your surroundings, you'll get so much information going on inside that room, tell you everything you need to know. Yeah, they ain't gonna be able to judge you neither. When you sitting back, relaxed, quiet, and minding your business, yeah, you obtain so much information in that room. That's how it works. So don't be a gossiper. Watch who out there gossiping about others inside of that room. Because when you ain't in the room, best believe they're gonna gossip about you. And these are facts. You can't change someone who doesn't see an issue with their actions. You can only change how you react to it. That's how you'll maintain that peace. But trying to change them, or you ain't gonna do nothing but stress yourself out. Put yourself in a depressed state of mind. So don't even try. Let them figure it out on their own. But you go on about your business and change how you react to it. Don't get upset. Don't get angry. Don't do yourself like that. Just learn to move on in silence. You ain't got to do none of that extra. Because I guarantee you this will be your peaceful state of mind. This will keep you in joy. This will keep you not worrying. Yeah, that's healthy for you. Until then, let them be. Let them live their life in peace. And don't you mess up your peaceful state of mind trying to change them, because it ain't going to work. And I promise you that. And that's a fact. Be careful with your words. They can only be forgiven, not forgotten. So when you find yourself upset, think before you speak, because you'll say something out of anger and you'll regret it later on. 9 times out of 10, you were just upset at that moment, didn't give yourself time to relax, calm down. You were just speaking off an impulse. And you find yourself saying some things that you, like I say, will regret later on. So be careful when you speak. Be careful with your words, because they can be very, very hurtful. And they can say you can be hurting the ones that love you the most just because you were upset at that moment of time. Yeah, so speak from your heart, even when you're angry. Speak with love still, even when you're angry. Gonna take some controlling though. You gotta learn to control that part, because a lot of people get mad and just want to speak their mind, don't care what they speak. They just want to say whatever how they feel at that moment. So be careful what you speak on, because like I say, they will be forgiven, but they will never be forgotten. And that's facts. The people you lose during your healing process are only meant to be with the unhealed version of you. So don't get mad, don't trip at all. That's part of the process. Understand, you setting that new seed. It's time for a new you, a new journey, a new growth. That's how it works. So if you think you might have lost people, they're not your friends, they're not contacting you or connecting with you anymore, just know that's not your loss, that's theirs. They continue to be on that low vibrational wave. You moving on to higher and better things. You getting to that higher vibrational part of your life. So it's time for a better change. Things like this happen. That's, like I say, part of the process. So don't get discouraged. Don't worry. They need to go on and set that new seed for their lives. And maybe when they make a good change for themselves, y'all can reconnect again. But until then, you might think you made a loss by losing friends when you healing. But you didn't. That's their loss. And that's facts. I appreciate everybody that got this far in my message. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.